Good afternoon, CRCC. I'm happy to be here. I just really want to thank Pastor Daryl and Minister Tara for allowing me to be here and share our story. The Hearts for Kylee Foundation supports pediatric cardiac families and heart transplant families. The foundation was started in 2015 in honor of my daughter, Kylee Faith, and this is her story. My daughter, Kylee Faith, was born with 3 heart defects, and at 4 days old, she had a pacemaker placed. We thought after this, life was going to go smooth and everything would be well. When she was 2.5 months, Kylee went into complete heart failure, and the very next day we were told her only chance for survival would be a heart transplant. To say we were devastated and didn't know which way was up would be an understatement. We knew at this time we really needed to turn to the Lord for peace and for hope. While we waited the 9 weeks in the hospital for Kylee's angel heart, we met a lot of other cardiac families. And one thing that really touched our hearts were they were not only fighting for their child's lives, they were also dealing with a lot of financial constraints, a lot of parents losing their jobs. Right now, some children can be in the hospital up to a year waiting for their angel hearts, and they don't get to leave. So that's when the idea came to my husband and I for the Hearts for Kylee Foundation, and we knew that once Kylee received her angel heart, we would need to pay it forward and to help others as much as we could. Kylee Faith received her angel heart when she was 4 months old, and we just felt so blessed that our child was given a second chance, but our hearts were absolutely broken for the family who made the bravest decision to save our child, even though they could not save their own. After Kylee received her transplant, life was very crazy. Transplant life is not easy. There's lots of appointments, there's sickness, there's hospitalizations, and there's just a lot to keep up with medications and everything. But finally, in January of 2015, Hearts for Kylee became an actual nonprofit organization. Our first order of business was to deliver character and pretty Band-Aids to the pediatric ICU. Kylee hated the brown Band-Aids, and when she would be hospitalized for a while, my husband would bring them to her just to have a little smile on her face. So she was very excited to bring them. Unfortunately, that would be the only thing that Kylee would be able to do with me in Hearts for Kylee, because in February, Kylee Faith started to reject her angel heart. And in May of 2015, Kylee was sent home to be with the Lord. It was a very difficult time for my husband and I. We really leaned on each other, but we really leaned on the Lord because we knew without him, we would not be able to push forward. It was then that I really felt the Holy Spirit tug at my heart and say, you need to continue. You need to continue to help others. And that's what I did in honor of my sweet and very brave Kylee Faith, and also for her angel heart donor. I needed to do this to honor both of them. That's my Kylee Faith and my inspiration. In the months and the years that have led up, we have been able to help many families at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital in Hollywood, Florida, as well as many families in Dell Children's Hospital in Austin, Texas. We help families with any non-medical needs that they may need. So for instance, we have paid mortgages, rents, car payments, utility bills, any financial burden that we can take off the families, that's what we try to do. We have meal cards at both the hospitals that while parents are in the hospital, they can use these to get free meals in the cafeteria and not have to pay for their meals. We also have gas cards that we supply with the families so that they can not have to worry about gas money going back and forth to the hospitals and to the appointments. We have purchased laptops and iPads for children, not only to be entertained, but a lot of the children want to keep up with their studies, so this allows for them to do that. We have also purchased car seats, strollers. Some parents can't leave the hospital because they don't have a car seat to transport their child to come home. We also have strollers because some parents don't have even a stroller to carry their child or oxygen tanks or feeding tubes that they may need for them. When patients are in the hospital for holidays, we like to bring as much cheer as possible to them, including throwing birthday parties for them and decorating their rooms so they feel as comfortable as possible being in the hospital while they're away from home. We give out Kylee bags to patients so they can have toys to play with to ease their anxiety before an appointment or before their surgeries. We also have bags for the parents with toiletries and necessities that they may need if their child was admitted to the hospital and they weren't expecting that to happen. We have placed Kylee book nooks. She loved to read, so we have book nooks in some of the waiting areas for children to read the books, and then they get to take the books home after they finish. We work very closely with the nurses, the social workers, and the transplant coordinators at the hospital so that we're able to help as many families as possible. The most important part of what I do is I take time to speak with the families, pray with them, and just try to be a source of strength for them, which is not always easy. But as I'm driving to the hospital, I ask for the Lord to please give me strength and give me the words that I need for each individual family. And He always provides, and I leave there knowing that I at least helped for a little bit. And I feel very blessed to be able to help so many families while keeping my Kylee faith's memory and legacy alive, as well as her angel heart donor. The Lord gave my Kylee faith a spirit of joy, and I try to bring that to all the families that I meet, even if it's just for a few minutes. Thank you again for allowing me to be here today. If you want to support the ministry, you can give to CRCC Missions. When you give to CRCC Missions, you make it possible for them to give to us. Ways that you can help: prayer. We're always looking for prayers for strength and peace. Or you can join the Hearts for Kylee Heart Walk, which will be on November 12th, 2022. Mark your calendars and be sure to participate. It'll be here on the CRCC grounds. You can register today. You can visit us at the missions table outside for more information after service. I would like to leave you with a verse that has always carried me through. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Thank you and have a blessed day.